Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of that shit. Hey, what's up? It's Daboothe and Maxx. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the radio show. This is Will I Repeat. Those of you who don't know what Will I Repeat is, it's very simple. Basically, I've listened to an album all the way through a couple of times. Daboothe has not heard the album. I've then brought in 3 of the best songs from it, and he's gonna react. His first ever reaction is gonna be live on camera, and then he's gonna give us his honest opinion, rate out of 5 stars, and then at the end decide whether he's gonna go away and listen to the entire album.
And you know what? I've even got headphones for this one, so I'm gonna get the real intensity.
Gotta get all of it in. Now, I've listened to the album a few times, so at the end I will give my overall sort of feeling of it. But that's enough talking. Let's just get into it. This is The Contract by Dr Dre.
The Contract?
The Contract.
He's signing the deal.
He's signing the deal. Now, this was originally a GTA 5 exclusive, 6 songs for a mission they had on there, and now it's been released onto streaming services as an EP called The Contract, named after the mission.
Cool. I mean, I've recently started playing GTA, so I might have heard of this before. I don't
really
know. I mean, I don't really focus too much on the radio in the cars, but let's go find out.
Let's just go find out. This first song is Dr. Dre featuring Nipsey Hussle and Ty Dolla $ign.
We live this marathon life, 'cause one day we gon' all die.
That was Diamond Mind by Dr. Dre, Nipsey Hussle, and Ty Dolla $ign. Daboothe, I saw you rocking your head to that. I do want to know what you think, but first, I just gotta ask, what do you feel about Dr. Dre?
I gotta say, he's not someone that I've listened to all of the time. I'm a big fan of what's that song goes? Bum, bum,
Still
bum,
Dre?
Bum, bum. Yeah, Still Dre. That's the one I obviously know about him. As soon as that comes on the club, I can remember when I was 18, I was a bit much it's very much oh, here's that famous song that everyone likes. But then when I actually focused on Still Dre, just maybe a couple of years later, I was you know what, I really appreciate him, and I actually appreciate the fact that he was a producer at the very beginning, and then he came into his craft of rapping after.
The reason I picked this first song, Diamond Mind, is because I've never really heard you mention Nipsey Hussle a lot, but I felt what he brings to this track, obviously, he rest in peace and everything to Nipsey Hussle, but what he brings to this track is kind of classic Nipsey Hussle. It's very slow, nice intro, just cold bars. Then we get Ty Dolla $ign with this really nice hook that comes in and makes you feel like you're floating. And then Dr. Dre just, even though he's nearly in his 60s, he's still rapping really hard. Did you agree?
So I was a massive fan of Ty Dolla $ign and Nipsey coming together. And I'm pretty sure off the top of my head that they might have done stuff before. But at first, when I heard the voice, Nipsey sounded different. It's almost I don't know when this was recorded. Obviously, it was recorded before he passed. But I don't know if it was when he was I don't know, in his 20s, 25. I mean, I don't know how old he is now. But I thought, I just kind of thought to myself, it didn't really sound like him.
Oh, okay.
But when I actually clicked, it was Nipsey, and I then was you know what? This is so Nipsey. This flow, this type of melody, this type of beat is absolutely. You know what? I was I was eating chocolate as I was listening, and I was him with this beat is like chocolate. Perfect, smooth combination. You know when chocolate's being made
and
it
just
just
smooth.
mixed up like this? That was literally Nipsey. And then when Ty Dolla $ign came in after as well, to be honest, I would have just preferred if it was just those 2.
Really?
Yeah,
See, this is would you say then that's a strength of Dre as a producer, that he's good at selecting features that work well together,
100%.
even if necessarily his verse isn't the strongest?
Yeah, I mean that's something very similar about French Montana. People argue or say that French Montana nowadays isn't particularly the best, but I'll leave that down to you. But the one thing about French Montana is he's so good about making a collab, telling people.
He's very great at getting people to do a hook, pre-chorus, and verse for him, and then him do a 16-bar verse and then get the main credit. That's why I respect that French Montana.
Yeah,
respect the grind.
And I'm not saying that's Dre at all, but I think in answer of your question, because of his producer background, knowing who can complement it, yeah, why not? Yeah. I agree.
So I take it you like the song. What would you rate that out of 5?
I mean, purely because of Nipsey and then Ty Dolla $ign coming in, I would rate it 4.5.
4.5. Okay, that is strong. That's a strong opening pitch. So obviously, I know the whole idea of Will I Repeat is that you're going to listen back to the whole album or not. Well, that's you're going to do that. But would you repeat this song?
I would.
Hey!
And I'm gonna add it to my Spotify playlist as we speak.
Wow, there you go. I mean, I'm a great salesman. What can I say? Now, our next song that I'm gonna go into, I feel like, I know you're not necessarily into the super like old school rap sort of thing, but I feel like if I am gonna like sort of tease you into it and into this EP in general, a really great track in it is Dr. Dre featuring Eminem with Gospel. It's the most popular song from the EP so far, and I feel like, I know you're not necessarily a massive Eminem fan, but I feel like maybe you'll like this.
All right, here we go.
Let's get into it. That was Gospel, Dr. Dre, and Eminem. Now, you really like the first track, Daboothe. Do you like this one as much?
Wow, I am so impressed that you put that as number 2.
Really?
You know what? What I would have done, I feel personally, if I was to pitch this, I would have done it the other way around. I would have come in hard straight away. This is feedback on how you pitch things.
Oh, okay.
Because like I've like worked in sales for like 5 years, and like just for information. I've worked in sales before. What I would have done, I would have come in hard with the pitch.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, Eminem, everyone knows that they got amazing history together, and they did not fail.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit in terms of critiquing this song. I feel like Eminem not fell off, but I got a bit bored coming to the end.
Oh, okay.
But I was really impressed straight away. Dr. Dre's like really heavy tone. He was, I can't remember exactly, but I think he was almost imitating the beat, or he was like playing with like the kick pan with like his voice. Really great, really good. Love the way it came in. When you hear Eminem come in finally as well. Well, I say finally, he came in quite early, but when he comes in, everyone's like, oh yes, here we go, a collab, Dr. Dre, Eminem. Like, come on, like that doesn't happen all the time. And to be honest, like I'm not really a huge fan of Eminem and like Dr. Dre, but based on the history, everything they've done together, like even though I wasn't in that era, or I was literally like 3 or 2 when Dr. Dre and Eminem were probably like doing their thing. But I respect the nostalgia from it, and I know you're gonna ask me, but I'm gonna say it now. My rating, 4.6.
Oh,
actually, because the song, in my opinion, on first listen, I got a little bit bored. 4.1.
4.1. And would you repeat this song?
Yeah, I would.
Hey.
And I would just repeat it just to see if I did get bored.
Yeah.
And then if I didn't get bored,
on your playlist.
Yeah.
Just like Diamond Mine.
Can I just say, I tried to eat a banana while I was listening to that song, but that banana is like,
that's so gross.
It's like it's turned into honey. And I want to say as well is that a friend of mine from school said that when you peel a banana and it has like darker things like this, that's meant to be honey.
Honey?
Yeah. I don't know if my friend was just trying to wind me up, but they were like, this is meant to be honey.
No, that's just a bruise.
No, but if it's a bruise, it's meant to be like brown.
We've all had it where
or
a friend or an older brother, or like in my case my granddad tells us stuff and we believe it even as adults. That's just a bruise, mate.
So Max,
oh mate, but that's a moldy banana,
Max,
right? I can smell it,
Max. If you are dedicated to this album review, eat this banana.
I am not this dedicated to anything.
Eat this banana.
I would eat that banana for £1 billion.
For the pride of this show?
No.
There you go.
We're going to go into the third song now. This is ETA, Dr. Dre, Anderson .Paak, Busta Rhymes, and Snoop Dogg. Another old school collab here with some new school talent. Here we go. That was ETA, Anderson .Paak, Busta Rhymes, Dr. Dre, and of course, Snoop D-O-double-G. Now, Daboothe, what did you think of that track? Wow.
Yeah.
My lord.
You know what? I'm a little bit disappointed that Dr. Dre dropped this on GTA.
Really?
However, that song that just played, that song was for GTA.
Yeah, that song was like...
That song was GTA.
I can picture myself driving to like Los Angeles Customs.
I can literally imagine myself driving my blue car with gold wheels. Hybrid, by the way.
Nice.
Hybrid,
okay. Only the finest.
This song was made for GTA. Dr. Dre, really great bass tone flow once again. He complements the beat of his voice so well. I mean, I guess he made the beat probably, so he knows what sounds good for him. Snoop and Dre coming together, that's great. Anderson .Paak going back and forth with Dre. I feel like that's like the old school and the new school. New school, when they were both at their peak, or people that, you know, are very, very, very talented, and they both know that they're both talented, going back and forth. That was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I believe, anyways, on GTA 5 Online, it was like a mission you could play, where it was something along the lines of that, like you were finding a stolen phone from Dr. Dre that had his unreleased music on it. So then you heard these like 6 songs, and it was like only in December you could hear it on GTA 5. And then in like the last 2 or so weeks, they were just like, we're gonna put it on the streaming services. So what would you rate this track out of 5?
I mean, it was amazing that Snoop came in, but I didn't think Snoop complimented it as much.
Okay.
Buster, I feel like you need to have like another listen to really critique Buster. It was good, but you know, because he's with Dr. Dre, I feel like Buster should have gone old school and just, you know, gone, you know what I mean? Like, you know, where like that's what Buster did. But Buster's very much like, I don't know if he's focusing on his lyrics now, but obviously he doesn't release as much. But he's definitely like, it's like his mindset on rap has changed.
Yeah, I agree.
But I feel like because he's with Dre, he should have just gone old school.
Gone to that old school. So what are you rating out of 5?
You know what? I'm just so gassed. I'm gonna give it a 5.
A 5? So you reckon this is the best out of the 3?
No, but
you go rate out of 5.
But you've caught me at a time where I have a lot of adrenaline running through me, so I'm 5.
That's what we do. Now, obviously, the important question, the whole point of all of this is that this is Dr. Dre, the contract EP. Daboothe, you've heard 3 out of the 6 tracks. Will you go and listen to the whole album? Will you repeat?
I mean, I think I basically said I was going to repeat when I said I'm going to add that certain song on.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And there's 6 tracks on there.
6 tracks. There's 3 more we haven't heard.
Well, those 3 that you played, like, I mean, I need to add on my phone
nice.
now. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, of course I'm going to repeat.
Hey,
you know the answer.
I kind of got the opinion anyway. You're there like 4.5, 4.1, 5 out of 5. Like, we knew it was going to happen. So obviously this is the part where now I've listened to the EP a few times and I give my review on it. Dr. Dre, you know, he's an absolute incredible artist. It goes without saying, you know, it doesn't really matter what I think about it because everyone knows Dr. Dre's an incredible producer, incredible rapper. It is a shame that we don't get as often releases. Like, you know, there's a 14, 15 year wait between 2001 and Compton. You know, and maybe that was the case with this, but
how old is Dre now?
I think he's nearly 60. I think he's heading towards his 60s. He's been going around since the 80s.
We all know what's going to happen. Like, and we don't want this to happen soon, but when he passes,
always music.
What's it like? Post hummus? A post hummus one? I don't know what they call it.
Post-mortem.
Oh right, a post mortem. I swear it's like post hummus they call it. Or something
Post hummus.
I swear they call it.
After the hummus.
Yeah.
He didn't die.
Well, after he dies, you're gonna get album after album, features and collabs that you only dreamed of, and you know, I guess Dre will maybe be enjoying it from heaven, but you know.
From what I understand, Dre is like always held off with his releases because he's kind of like almost this obsessive compulsive thing of like making sure music's perfect. I remember in the Aftermath documentary, I'm trying to remember the name of it now, I can't remember. I literally just said it a second ago. But I remember in that documentary, they were really sort of focused on like how he was obsessing over his album Detox. And when I first heard this collab, like this thing with GTA came out, I was like, I reckon he's just put 5 old tracks on there that he's made over the last 15 years. But you know, there's references to TikTok, references to COVID, references to Fortnite in the EP. So clearly this was made in the last year. And I love the fact that Dre's still making music. Gospel is one of my favorite songs of the year that's came out so far. I love the beat. I love Dre's verse. Eminem's verse does maybe go on a little bit long, but I love some of the words.
That's just Eminem, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. There's this lyric by Eminem that I really like where he says something about sheer luck, like cutting off a leopard's beard. Or a leprechaun's beard, something like that. I can't remember, but I thought it was really clever.
I mean, it's sick that a 60-year-old can still like seriously compete with like these young guns, as they say.
Yeah, completely. Honestly, this EP is incredible by Dr. Dre. I'm so excited for more music from Dr. Dre. I really hope we do get Detox eventually, and I'm glad that you're going to repeat the beat.
Hey, mission complete. Well done, Max.
Well, thank you to everyone listening and thank you to everyone who's been watching. If you want to subscribe to our channel, you can. Make sure you tap the bell to get notifications. We've got so much content on our YouTube coming the way. We've got interviews, we've got performances from artists. And of course, if you are an artist and you want to submit music to our show, then Daboothe, what do they need to do?
You need to send your information to musicfordandm@gmail.com. Send us a clean MP3, send us a bio, send us your social media links, and we will do the rest because our stuff just doesn't go out on YouTube. Our stuff goes out on a radio show dotted all around the UK, which Max said at the very beginning, the In the Now or In the Now Extra show.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.